or how we can achieve international clients for our practice, right? So guys, please understand what is the difference between a local client in your city or state compared to international client. It is only one difference, it is the approach or the channel with which you approach that client. So in traditional practice, you might have a family reference, or you might have a business reference that might be giving you the leads, and they might be walking to your office. So these channels are, our traditional channels of getting local clients. But when you are trying to get international clients, not everyone has the references, right? But there is an easy way to get these clients. So we'll be exploring different channels, right, in this session. And I have tried and tested every channels which we are going to discuss. And friends, I will tell you one thing, you know whenever you heard about any of these channels, you will find some extreme opinions, maybe on YouTube or some blog, that this channel don't work or this channel works. you know See, it's always the right approach. If you are not getting success in any channel, it's not that the channel is not working. You have to think in a way that if it is working for someone, it should work for you. You might be doing something wrong. So today, while discussing these channels, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to give you the mistakes everyone does, or the crucial aspect of getting the success in these channels, right? So, see, there are basically two channels. One is structured channels, and another is unstructured channels, right? So, in structured channels, what it is, we know there is a demand, and we just go out there and, provide or offer our services, right? So, in structured channels, you know, something like freelancing platforms, we have a freelancing platform, plethora of freelancing platforms. So, in there, clients will post their requirements in many fields, including the accounting, taxation, or even business consultancy, financial modeling, and you can think of any services that will be in demand on these channels, right? So structure channel, the benefit here is, uh, it's easiest way to start. You can start from your own setup. You just need to create your profile. It's very basic. You can research on that, which profile, like which platform is good. For example, Upwork. You must have heard about Upwork. So as I told you, like, you will find a very extreme opinions if you try to Google, or on or you or view videos on YouTube, that it never works, or if you have old profile, established profile, then only it will work. But friends, this is not wrong. I have seen people starting, anytime, like anytime, maybe in the corona time in 2020, or even last year, or even this year. Everyone is getting success with the right approach. So, there are some few good tips, like in this is, you create a good profile, you apply regularly. I have seen people applying for 4 or 5 jobs and then expecting the result. It will not happen, guys. Please understand. Like, if a job is a job posted in Upwork is getting 40, 50 proposals, so you getting the work in just 4, 5 proposal is not possible. Because you might be missing on some of the right approach in writing the proposals, because you have to submit your proposals to a job in Upwork, maybe freelancing platform, right? So you might be doing something wrong in that part. Or it might be just the probability, like, out of 50, for you to get the success, you need to apply at least 10, 20 proposals on a regular basis, then only you will get the success. So these are some, generic advice that you can also find on Google for a great success. You should screen the client that the payment method is verified, right? The client has given at least, the job award rate is at least 50%. So out of 10 jobs, maybe posted on Upwork platform, like 5 out of them they have awarded actually to some freelancer, right? So all this you can do. You can apply on early, like, if the job is posted, for example, at 8 p.m., you apply, within 2 to 4 hours. That is key to success initially, right? So having said that, I will tell you one of the biggest mistake, that that contributes to 80%, I would say 80% of the reason why you are not getting success over there. And friends, that is proposal writing, how you write your proposal. And the great news is, this proposal writing which I'm going to discuss in depth will apply to each channel, each other channels which we are going to discuss today. So, we chartered accountants are great in our technical skills. But when it comes to market our services, when it comes to give presentation, we are missing somewhere. And that thing which I'm going to cover today. So the key is proposal writing. The major key, I would say, I will give the maximum advantage in this, maximum uh, 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 in proposal writing. So you first need to identify the skills in demand, right, and apply on those jobs. Like accounting, like QuickBooks accounting, for example, in USA is the skills in demand. So you adopt to the skill, you learn the QuickBooks. There are online training by QuickBooks itself, you can join them, get certified free of cost, and you gain their skills. And like for example, if you go out there and create a profile mentioning your skills in maybe Tele or in any Indian softwares, so there are no demands on their these international platforms for your services. So you need to adopt to these skills in demand, right? You need to gain some experience in that. You need to gain the testimonials and demonstrate in that proposals that you are going to write. And there are some successful delivery secrets as well. Like over here in India, what we do is, like if the client is uh, given us some job, maybe return filing, simple return filing, maybe income tax, GST. What we do is, once the client follows up over a telephone or visit us or send us a WhatsApp message that what is the status, then we start working on that. But in here, what you need to do is, you need to I would say give proper updates to the client that what is the status. Even if you are not making a progress, you are finding any difficulty, you need to offer that update over email or whatever channels they are convenient with. That is the success to deliver deliver good projects, right? And you should have work management systems. I'm sure you have like very good topics in this 3-day seminar which covers this. Like maybe Google is the good place how you manage your work and team. So you should implement that as well, and that is your advantage. If you write in your proposal writing that we are adopting technologies in our work systems, that will give you an advantage, in getting the client's attention. So guys, in proposal writing, what I need to do is, we have said something like we have to customize the proposals, but how to do it practically, I want to show you that example. So we will discuss few of the examples. We will see what was the client's requirements, what the like I have reviewed this for other CS, like I have reviewed maybe 5,000 plus job proposal writing of other professionals. So I have been having a good experience on what people are making mistakes. So I'm just showcasing you those examples here. So first example, we will first see the project requirement the client had, right? So this is a bookkeeping in QuickBooks Online Canada, right? You can see that. And the client has mentioned that I do about $2 million a year in sales. Average transaction value is $15,000. I'm looking for a full-time bookkeeper to keep my QuickBooks up to date, transaction categorization, and the rest. I estimate 2 hours per week. Good verbal English is required. This is a simple job requirement you might see in uh, a job from client, right? And see the cover letter which is written by a chartered accountant. It said, "Hi, greetings of the day. I'm an Indian chartered accountant with good experience of 15 years of accounting. I have gone through your proposal and offer my services for the proposal. I have provided such kind of services to corporations based in Alberta, Canada, a city in Canada, right? And have a good experience. See guys, please understand, I strongly believe that whatever he has said has, merit. He must be having a very good experience in accounting of 15 years. Everything is right. He must have worked for Alberta Canada companies as well. But you know, over here in India, if you say your local clients, your this type of introduction, it is more than sufficient to get you the work. But when you are approaching the clients remotely, you need to have, you need to write a customized proposals, right? That will fetch clients attention and it will start talking to you. And this applies to everything, not only the structured platform or freelancing platform. Whenever you are going to see the email outreach channels or even blog writing, everywhere it applies, right? So this is very important, proposal writing. So it's very casual, I would say, proposal writing, right? It is very casual. So what you need to do, in this remote international clients, when you are approaching, you should visualize this person which is sitting right in front of you in your office. What it will do is, if they have mentioned their requirements while sitting in front of you, what you would have done, you know uh, see, I have given you example as well. So we would have written, hello David, I'm glad to connect with a season upwork client like you. So we are just socializing with the client, right? uh, so now we have to be a professional, as the client has told that we have reached the 2 million mark, right? In his proposals, in his job descriptions, he has written that we have reached 2 millions in years in sales, right? $2 million of sales in a year. So what you would say when person says something like that, you would say, congratulations for reaching the $2 million mark in sales for your business. I see. Now you are, the other information they have given is the average ticket size is $15,000. So what does that mean is, if 2 million means 20 lakhs dollars and 15,000 is the ticket size, so volume of invoices will be very lower, right? So I see you have high ticket size clients. So I presume yearly invoices would be just over 100, right? It would not take much of the time as regards bookkeeping for them. So you're now advising as a professional experience, it denotes your professional experience that you are processing the information given and you are advising the client based on that, right? The critical area would be the expense categorization of all debits in banking feed. Always, expense will be much more like some subscription would be there, staff salaries would be there, and whatnot. So initially I would need more input from you to understand the business and how you categorize each expense, right? So each business has different way of categorizing their expenses, right? For someone it might mean something based on their business nature, right? But as we do a couple of months of bookkeeping, I can perform the task myself with little to no help from you. I will even automate most of the categorization tasks by using the bank rule feature in QuickBooks Online. So here we are demonstrating that we know QuickBooks Online. There are bank rules which we can set that will automate the categorization. So you should offer some automation in the job that will give the client that you can really add value in this job, right? So you are proposing some solution or automation for this job via this paragraph, right? So having said that, let me brief introduction about myself. Now you are introducing yourself. So you are socialized with the client, you have given some advice, you have proposed some solutions, and now you are demonstrating your experience. You can say that I am an Indian chartered accountant with 15 years of accounting experience. I have provided such kind of services to corporations based in Alberta, Canada. So now whatever you say, it will be more believable to client, right? And they can start communication with you. And last thing, in any sales letter, your email you can write is the call to action. Please let me know wait when we can connect for a short meeting to discuss further. So a strong call to action that will increase your chance of getting a response, right? So this is the right way of writing a proposal. Now if you can compare our previous cover letter and the cover letter which I recommended, you will see a huge difference here, right? And as a client, if you can see which proposal will give you the more result, you can see yourself, right? So if you keep on writing such cover letters, and which is very brief, very casual, and we will say that this platform never works. So this is the reason. The reason is, we are doing it in the wrong way. We don't have the right approach for this platform. So guys, right, you understand that part. Let us quickly, see few couple of examples more, so that you have an idea, what you can write in your proposals, in your emails. So this is one another project with a long term bookkeeper, which says, hello, I'm looking for a long term bookkeeper to join my accounting firm. Please listen to this guy. This is an accounting firm. We work in QuickBooks Online. Is this something that you would interest in? Right now, let us see the proposal that is written. Hi sir, I'm experienced Indian chartered accountant, equivalent to US CPA, having 15 years of experience in accounting. I would like to mention that though I am new to Upwork, but now not new in the world of bookkeeping, and I'm looking to get my first client that I can build upon. If you take a look at my profile and feel that I am help you, I will do it for 12 and a half dollars per hour. And I assure you that you will get the same high quality service and better turnaround time. Now one thing, now you can easily, it's, see, you might have very small amount of information about the client you are proposing, and you have to take the maximum advantage of that. Now you see the information that we had was, it was an accounting firm, and it is a really good client if you can crack the CPA firm or accounting firm for your, for your practice. The reason is you will get good volume of consistent work, as well as the work will be structured, because the client dealing will be done by the accounting firm. Only the, required part will be conveyed to you, that this is the accounting you need to do, right? So it will be easiest work to do through an accounting firm or a CPA firm, right? So now the right way of writing this proposal would have been, I'm glad to connect with an accounting firm. See, now you're socializing, be a human, just don't write a copy pasted paragraphs. Now you are connecting, like, like being an accounting firm, you are connecting with another accounting firm. So what you could have written, I'm glad to connect with an accounting firm willing to outsourcing bookkeeping jobs, as I myself, being a chartered accountant, runs a small accounting firm in India, right? And I'm looking to connect with overseas client for my firm. So here you are socializing, you are just, socializing with this accounting firm. For the same, I have already gained QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor certification. So no, now you are, giving, addressing the requirement, because they are mainly using QuickBooks. So you are just saying that I am a Pro Advisor in QuickBooks. So bookkeeping is always a long-term project for any business, and it's a continuous jobs. Hence, hiring a person available for long-term is beneficial for any business. As I'm working on a handful clients, I can commit for a long term. So client has mentioned something about long term requirement in job, right? So we are just addressing to that part via storytelling, right? This is very important. You need to learn to storytell. Just don't mention that I will be available for long term. Rather, you should mention that why it is important to associate for a long term in accounting jobs, because accounting is a continuous project, right? So having said that, this job is most interesting for me, right? And please let me know when we can connect for a short meeting to discuss further, a call to action. So this is the structure you should follow, when writing a proposals. Let us take the last example, and then we will cover the next channel. So next is simple accountant needed for small business. And guys, please understand, when we are, trying these different channels, always visualize that we are approaching small and medium businesses over here, right? So don't ever write that I have 500 plus clients in India. It will, it will not work for you. Always say that, always be, genuine, and write whatever is actually working for you. So need someone to review my transactions on QuickBooks, and reorganize if needed to create profit and loss statement and balance it. Right? Simple. Need someone to review my transaction on QuickBooks and reorganize if needed to create profit and loss statement and balance it. Right? Let us quickly see the cover letter. I'm experienced bookkeeper, just started on this portal. Please consider my profile opportunity. I will provide best quality at lowest price. See, nothing mentioning about the requirement or anything, So, so rather than focusing on saying you are experienced but just new, demonstrate it with cover letter. You can demonstrate it with your cover letter or proposal. You could have said something like, I think you need consultation on chart of account setup review for your QuickBooks Online. Every business is unique and needs proper set of chart of accounts, right? And product and services list to generate meaningful profit and loss statement and balance it. So we are just advising the client or demonstrating your knowledge, right? Being a chartered accountant with QuickBooks Online provides a certificate and also experience in chart of account setup for many businesses, I can definitely help with you, right? So now you are uh, giving your qualification, your experience to a story that you can help in this job. I can start today and deliver you in the next 24 hours. I can start today and deliver you in the next 24 hours if you award me the job. So for small jobs, for urgent jobs, mentioning that you can start within a day will work for you, and you can then say thanks and regards your name. So this is the main aspect why you are not getting success is the proposal writing, which we have seen some examples, right? You need to customize the proposal. uh, don't just mention your qualification and experience, rather make it a storytelling way of saying that you are qualified in this particular area which the client is looking services in, right? So this is the structured channel, and this is the easiest way. Anyone can start within their current setup with minimal investment. You don't need website, you don't need any you know any other entity to be established. Yeah, I can tell you that if you are if you want to float an entity, if you are practicing CA, you can float an entity with your relatives and register on this platform and start getting the work. You just see what others are doing in our community and do your setup and start exploring this opportunity. As I told you, regular browsing is important. uh, you need to apply at least 10-20 proposals and see what happens. Don't just apply for casual 4-5 jobs here and there and you might see result. It will not happen, right? So and always write good proposals. That is the key to get the success, right? So now let us come to unstructured channels. Most of us will be interested in this part. So let us see unstructured channels. So when I say unstructured, what it means is, in structured channels, we know there is a demand. We just go out there and submit our proposals. But in unstructured channels, we might approach the client or we might create our presence online and wait for the client to approach us, right? So here we have two channels. One is organic channels and one is paid channels, right? So let us see what is organic channels. So organic channels is, it covers many aspects. So I will categorize in mainly three things. One is you write blog articles, LinkedIn post, or you create YouTube videos or any other social media based on your experience, right? So this is you're creating your online presence, right? So main limitation in these channels are, it's a long term effort. If you write 10-20 blog articles, you can't, in Upwork or structured channels, over a period you learn that if you apply for 100 projects, you might get 5 proposals awarded to you. But if you write 20 blog articles or you create 10 YouTube videos, you cannot you cannot estimate what the amount of leads of clients or the client projects you can get. So this is the limitation in the organic reach channels. It is most cost effective, I would say. You don't need to spend anything. You just need a basic blog for yourself, or you can use the LinkedIn, YouTube, where you don't need the website as well, right? So and many times, the result will be indirect. You might not get the clients directly, but when you do a paid outreach and people are searching you online, it will pose you as an expert in this area. And when you create the content, you need to take care that you write on current topics. You just can't create a content that how QuickBooks accounting works, but rather a good topic would be how to do cryptocurrency accounting in QuickBooks, because that is new, that is current topic which you should focus on. So please understand, you need to understand the demand right now. And people might be searching for cryptocurrency accounting, and you are out there, you have written the content on that, and the chances of you getting the lead or inquiry from that blog article or from that video is higher. So selection of the topic is very important here. For example, I can give you, UAE weight, when it came, uh, you might have written blog articles on that, and you might have good business. Currently the corporate tax is coming in UAE, so you can write blog articles in this area, in this particular topic, and can get good work, right? So even there are good approach to writing this blog articles and stuff. So if you can google how to write good blog article, that like it should be 1,000 words plus to get good Google search ranking. So all this you can find on Google, the best approaches for each of these channels, how to create YouTube videos, good YouTube videos. So you can find the expert in this area, learn from what others are doing successfully, and implement it for yourself, right? So these are the organic channels. It will give you many advantages. It can help you find your voice in this area. It can generate leads, as I told you, and it can compound in other channels. It can help you in getting results in other channels as well, right? And you will be an expert. So this is the online presence creation. So next is Quora or any forum. This is the most unexplored channel, and I can say this is the most important channels in organic reach you should try to use. When I started in 2012 in this outsourcing practice, I was an expert in Microsoft Excel, right? In automation and stuff, formula creation and stuff. So apart from exploring the clients on structured channels like Upwork, what I did was, I regularly participated in Microsoft community. Whatever the questions is being posted, what people are facing the problems right now, it will give you a lot of insight in the skills you need to learn in your area. What is the current topics in demand? As I told you, the cryptocurrency in accounting, for example. So try to participate in channels like Quora or any other forum, in our area. Like QuickBooks has its own forum. So when you don't have work, you can try to solve the problems of others, and can learn, as well as you can get the leads from there as well. But I cannot say that if you write 100 answer, you can get 10 clients. Hope you understand. That is why it is called unstructured channels. The results are not predetermined, right? So next is the email outreach. So many of us have tried email outreach channels. We send bulk emails, and that is why it is most misused channels. When I say, we just spam the recipients, the targets. Rather, you need a customized approach here as well. Rather than sending emails to each and every out there of the database, you might have 10,000 or lakh of email database of prospective clients. What you need to do is try to find good startups. you know Maybe you can offer a blog writing for these startups. I have done it in past. When UAE vet came, what I did is, there was a one startup in UAE which was writing good blogs. The startup was doing the table reservation for hotels over there, and table management software in for hotels or restaurants in UAE. And they are having an active blog. They are creating resources in their blog for these restaurants. So what I did is, I written a blog article on how UAE weight will impact restaurants in UAE. For example, it will be that restaurants will be the first we will face the wait implementation, because at 12 midnight on 31st December that year, the partying will be going on, right? And they have to implement wait charging in their invoices immediately. So you need to mention that in your blog article, this needs to be taken care by restaurants. They need to be prepared well in advance, because for other businesses the invoicing can be deferred, but for restaurant businesses it has to be done there and there, right, in the midnight. So if you search for UA weight and that my name, you will find that blog article. you know so in email outreach, you should customize just as we have seen the proposal writing. It will applies here as well. You may write one email per day for offering your blog articles on the blog of, like, it is called guest blogging. If you search guest blogging, you will learn how to approach for guest blogging, right? So you startups are good target for your services. If they are growing and if they are still in the very seed stage, they can take your services remotely. Another target for email outreach are the CPA or accounting firms. So when we have seen structured channels, we found one accounting firm, right? The same way you will have a database of accounting firms who are willing to outsource through a structured channels. If you can contact them outside Upwork through this email outreach channels, it will give you good result, right? So email outreach is very useful, it gives the result, but you need to have the customized approach. Rather than sending in bulk emails, you send it to a few with adding some value. Adding some value is important here. Just as I told you, when you approach the startup, you offer a blog on a recent topic, and it like, you won't believe, many restaurants have taken my services in UAE for UAE wait, particularly after that blog article. And if you see big KPOs, big fours, they do the same technique, of writing the guest blog. I have seen people writing, our CS writing news articles on Khalid Times and stuff. So you need to approach that, and offer your services, offer your insights, and definitely you will get success. Here also, the result is not predetermined that writing a guest blog article on one of the startup or one of the news channel will give you any result. But you should start exploring that it will not only give you the leads for as a client, but might uh, you can use these articles in other platforms as well. When you are communicating with like maybe in upper proposal, you can say that I have written an article. It will give you a advantage, it will give you an upper hand, right? So this is the organic channels, which is very easy to implement, but they are very long term approach of getting the work, right? So next is our paid outreach channels, right? So, guys, please understand, whenever you are doing a paid outreach, you need a, I would say, landing page. Whether you do a Facebook advertising, whether you do Google advertising, you need a landing page, and that landing page needs to be designed in a good way. Your traditional website with your menus at the top and many links, many other call to actions within your website. Your traditional website will not work here. This is very important, because if you are sending the traffic from paid advertising, maybe Facebook and Google, to your traditional website, people will browse many pages, and it will not reach to the page you want to make them reach, maybe contact page or lead page, right? So I can give you an example here of a good landing page I have taken of from the advertisement of one of the KPOs in India. So how the landing page should be designed, if you see at the front there is a lead page, they want you to fill this form as a client, right? So this is just mentioning fit for every business, be free bookkeeping expertise can't be flawed. So they are just mentioning about their services, their past clients, and why to take their services. And you observe, after every few blocks you will find this inquire now button, and it will take you to the lead form again. You see that? And it will make you fill the lead form. There are no menus at the top, just one action they want to take you, and that is to convert you as a lead. Because when you are spending your money to get the client on your website, the first thing you need is their contact details, so that you can again contact them, right? So let us go down below. So they are mentioning that why outsourcing bookkeeping will be an asset for you, how we can help, etc. And then again inquire now button, see that now their methodology, how we set up with be free, yeah. Again some testimonials and stuff, the team details, and inquire now button, FAQs, and then again inquire now button. So this is the ideal landing page. So if you're doing a paid outreach channel, you need a good landing page within your website. Maybe this is like try.vfree.com.au subdomain they have prepared for this landing page. This is most important. You need to get expert advice on creating this landing page. And once you get the leads, then there will be offline funnel for you. You may be emailing them regularly. You may be offering the meetings, schedule a meeting with them, and stuff will go. That will be a funnel for you. So next is Facebook advertising and Google advertising. Once you have this landing page, you can start this paid outreach channels of Facebook and Google. Now let me tell you the difference between Facebook and Google advertising, and what will be best for us. Like in Facebook advertising, visualize this thing. And Facebook and Instagram, people are going for entertainment. They are just checking the status of other in their family circle or friend circle, right? And in Google, if you see the search ad, if you type digital marketing or anything, you will see the advertising in the first few result in Google search. So the main difference is, in Facebook, I would say it is a push marketing. People are there to do something else, and you are pushing your product, pushing your services. But in Google, people are searching for that particular maybe accounting or bookkeeping or outsourcing bookkeeping, and you are just showing your result as a first place, right? So for us, when we need a lead for our services, I think Google will work more, where you can set your advertisement for search result, or maybe you can put your website put your advertisement on relevant websites and videos on YouTube, right? It will give more result than Facebook and Instagram. Although both can work with the right approach, you should explore, because in advertising, testing is the key. You can't get the result in your first campaign. You need to keep on learning. You need to experiment stuff. There are many audience you can target. There are many objective. You can have a conversion objective, you can have a traffic objective. So what you need to do for your business, you should experiment, and then something will work for you. But as I told you, for a consulting business, I think Google will work more rather than Facebook and Instagram. So next is retargeting through email campaigns for leads. In any of this business, any of these channels, you will get a lot of leads and comments on your blog articles. In email outreach also, you will get some responses. So the result lies in retargeting to these leads, and you can automate a lot of stuffs in with maybe Google and stuff. You will be having the next session for that. So how to reapproach the leads, you can learn that, and it will give you more result. Like, because everything is a funnel, guys, please understand. Don't just see the result. Like, if you are writing 100 proposals, and never say that you will get 5 7 work. I first say that you will be contacted or by the client in 20 of them, and out of 20 you will get 5. So everything is a funnel. You need you need to learn this funnel concept, that if you write 100 proposal, you will be getting the response or the communication message from 20 of them. So you will start communicating, and you will get result like as a client in 5 of them, right? So here also, it's a funnel. So you get the leads, you communicated with them, like you get 100 leads in various advertisement and organic channels. You will talk with each of them, and might be 20 of them will convert, right? So retargeting is important. You might not get the client converted in your first communication, but keeping in touch regularly, sending them your achievements, your testimonials that you learn in other clients, other projects, if you convey them, it will be more results, it will be giving you more conversions, because 50% of your conversions will happen in retargeting. So that is most important, right? So having said that, this is the brief. I want to talk to you about these various channels that is possible to get the international clients, right? And you should start taking action, because if you can't if you don't submit proposals on structured channels, if you don't write blog articles, if you don't do your your landing page created or your campaigns tested, just spend $1 per day, $10 per day, you can get result. You will explore that and you will learn, right? So implementation is the main aspect here. You will definitely get the success with the right approach. Right approach is important. So learn about each of this aspect, the best practices in landing page creation, Facebook advertising, Google advertising, blog writing, proposal writing, and you will definitely get the success. So having said that, I will conclude this overview of various channels for getting international clients. If you have any questions, quickly we can cover a few of them. Otherwise, you can contact me via email. I will, share my contact details later on with the organizers. And yeah, I will give you all the best for your future endeavors in getting the international clients. And I am hoping that you will get the good success.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you, Dhaval. Thank you for your nice insights. Uh, there are a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Like you said that these are the tools for marketing and approaching clients. Can you tell us what kind of certifications or anything that we should have before we venture into this field?
Yeah, this is really nice question. First I want to clarify that the if you are asking about the CPA degree, like you might be looking for CPA Australia or CPA Canada, it is not absolutely necessary. These small and medium clients are not looking for your degrees. Even the key here is the skills. So always try to get the certificates in skills rather than your degrees. You don't need an extra degree. You are already a chartered accountant, which is more than sufficient, right? The GAP, general accepted accounting principles, which is universal in everywhere, right? So when it comes to softwares, be it QuickBooks, which is used in USA, or Zero, which is used in Australia, or any other software, if you visit their website, there will be a section for bookkeepers or for accountants, and they will be providing you free training and free certification online. So you should do that. It will give you, it will give you two advantages. One is the knowledge in that particular software, and second, it will give you a upper hand, when, like, out of 10 proposals, 5 have written that I am a QuickBooks Pro Advisor certificate holder, and 5 has not written that, the client will more inclined to the one which has the certificate, right? So always go for skill certificate rather than degree certificate as a chartered accountant, I would say.
Okay. Apart from this, another question is: should we focus on any particular demography like US, UK, Canada, or Australia? We can focus everywhere at once if someone
uh,
wants to.
See, yeah, that is a really nice question. It depends on the channel. Like if you do a structured channel like Upwork, you will find that most of the jobs are getting posted from USA. So you should focus in USA QuickBooks in that, right? But if you are doing a Facebook and Google advertising, it is not possible to target entire USA or entire Australia country. So the best approach is, see, defining the audience in paid advertising is very, very important. The first aspect, the easiest aspect, is the location. If you have a one client in, for example, Los Angeles or California state, and you have testimonial from that, then target an area of California state. And in that also, if you have done this client from Los Angeles was doing, for example, an e-commerce business or Shopify business, then you target the Shopify shop owners, right? If you have done for Airbnb host, then you target Airbnb host. That, so audience targeting is very important. The first criteria is location. It should be very small location where the audience size is 50,000 to lakh, right? And you can filter it with location. And second is your niche, what you are targeting. If you are targeting the cryptocurrency traders, then do that. So that is very important, the location.
Okay. Another question is, before venturing out into the structured and unstructured channel, is there a possibility to collaborate with different firms like what you or your firm is doing? Any practicing CA can collaborate with a firm, understand the practice, and then venture out for the structured channel.
Yes, if you can find the opportunities to collaborate, it will be really good. You will learn how they manage their work, because the most important aspect in here, as I told you, is the successful delivery of your projects. Just getting the work will not suffice. Although I would say that it is not as hard if you are starting your own, but please be in mind that we can't just the most important part is the communication. You should keep the communication alive all the time. If I told my client that I will be doing this work in next 24 hours, even if I have not done it, maybe some reason, I will not mention the reason in my communication, but I will just say that I have not done this work in 24 hours, but I will do it in next 24 hours. That will really help, because visualize this thing, guys. If the client is sitting remotely in USA, he will be, like, if the project is urgent, he will be worrying, like, whether this guy is working on my project or not, whether he's facing any difficulties, he need information, or what is happening, in my project. If you keep the communication channel alive, if you give regular updates, it will be really smooth experience, and that is very necessary. So this is one aspect of managing the work. So guys, if you can get the chance to work with someone, it will be really helpful in managing your work later on.
So can we get that from Fiber or etc. if we want to collaborate? What are the opportunities where we can ask for collaboration?
See, I have not particularly have done this thing in past, but you can try, like, if you search Upwork as a client, and nowadays, I have seen this agencies, like CA firms, working as agency in Upwork from many cities, be it Kolkata, Delhi, Jaipur, even Ahmedabad, Rajkot, everywhere, there are firms who are working, getting the work from these platforms successfully in big numbers, and they are having team. They need the team, right? So definitely, you can try Upwork as a client and see who are the agency or firms which are already getting the works, and approach them.
Okay. Any more questions from the audience? Yeah. Another question from the audience is: are we violating any code of ethics law of our institute if we are approaching the clients on Upwork?
Definitely, this is area of concern for each of the CAs, because it is really difficult to work as a CA, practicing CA over these platforms. So learn. I would not specify the way around, but you are all smart people, so you know how to structure this thing. So learn from what others are doing, and I cannot mention much about this thing on this forum, but there are way around.
Any more questions? Yeah. So thank you, Dhaval. Thank you so much for your very, very detailed presentation.